Alright, so we're doing the Hyundai Entourage. Alright, that's the Hyundai Entourage, it's the V6, 6-cylinder. We're doing the spark plugs. First thing we want to do is take off this cover, 4 number 10s. Let's get that out the way. Alright, once you get out your 4 number 10s, just lift up on your cover, take it off. Okay, so once your cover is off, you can see 3 of your spark plugs. It's just a number 10. Unplug it. Those are the easy ones. The other 3, you can see one coil pack's right there, that number 10. It's directly under your intake manifold, the upper section. So first thing I'm going to do is take a Phillips, both ends of this duct, take that out of our way, and also unclip that hose. So let's do that now. So instead of pulling my hose from up there, I just loosen the clamp from here. It's easier to get off. Now I'm just taking this hose out. Okay, now you just remove the duct from both ends. You could take up the air filter box, but I'm just taking out the duct. Okay, so we removed our duct. So now exposes our throttle body. Okay, I disconnected my battery just because I like being safe like that. But these 2 number 10s now, you're going to take both those nuts off the throttle body. Once your duct's removed. Alright, there's actually a 3rd number 10 on the inside. Runs to your wiring harness. You want to remove that. And we're going to unplug our wiring harness. So let's do that now. Okay, once you remove your bolt and your 2 nuts, you can just hold the throttle body, start pulling it forward and working it off of there. That's what we're going to do now. Okay, now that I have my throttle body to the side, we'll actually clean that out later. A little bit of spray. We're going to start removing these 10s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can loosen up this harness here. 6. So all of these, that one, and the lower number 10 here. See if we can get this harness to move a little so we can get to the manifold bolts. Okay, now that we have those 5 number 10s, 6 number 10s, this one loosens, it stays with the harness. These 4 will allow you to move this bracket here. And that lower one gives you a little bit more room on this. There's also 2 number 10s on the passenger side of the manifold. Right there. Just holds that bracket to the harness. So you want to take those out now. Okay, so we're taking out both those number 10s. 2 small ones there. There's one more at the top there. You want to take that out. And also unplug that electrical connector. And this one. So that one and this one, and remove that last number 10. This will shift this out of your way. Okay, all of those have been removed, which frees up this whole harness out of your way. On the other side, we're going to want to remove that clamp and that hose, and also that clamp and that hose. So let's do that now. I disconnected the hose from the brake booster instead of the intake manifold. Now this bracket here, you can just lift it and slide it to the side. And you can see your manifold bolts. Alright, so at the back of the engine, not sure if you guys are going to be able to see. There's a plug here, right there. You need to unlock it and unplug it. connects to this. So we're gonna unplug that now. Okay, now we have all electrical connectors disconnected from the manifold on the back. On the top here, there's a number 10 here, and a number 10 right here. So there's two 10s here to loosen up the bracket that holds that line. It's attached to your manifold in the back. So we're gonna take those out. We're gonna take those out now. All right, so the throttle body side of the intake manifold, there's another hose here. There's a number 10 there. We're going to take that out because that hose is very brittle, so it's hard to get off. So we're going to take out the number 10 back there, see if we can remove it from the manifold. Alright, so once you get all these bolts and everything removed, underneath here is a small pole. That pole there, it's hard to reach the manifold brackets, or bolts. So you need to take that number 10, as you see me loosened up there, and also that number 10, those two, and down here on the valve cover, you want to remove that, slide that clamp up and remove that hose. That'll remove that whole pipe under there that's in your way. So let's do that now. Okay, once you remove those number 10, slide that hose off. Your pipe is free, and just get it out of there. Alright, so there's your pipe. Now, we can reach the number 12s on the manifold. There's 4 up here, 2 nuts. Actually, there's 5, sorry. 3 bolts, 2 nuts. Let's get those off now. Alright, so once you remove your number 12, you want to remove that number 10 there, it's long. Take that out. Okay, now you just want to get your pry bar in between there. Try not to destroy that gasket. Just take your time and pry up on the manifold until it breaks loose. Okay, once you feel a little bit of movement out of your manifold, I can show you guys this bracket when I take it off. But behind the manifold there's a number 14 nut. You have to feel it. The nut sits right here. Right there. There's a number 14. You want to take that out now. Okay, so that's the bracket and the number 14 from the passenger side of the manifold. On the driver's side, there's also another bracket. Alright, so right under here, right back there, is a bracket with a number 13 bolt right there. Bolts right there. We want to take that out now. Alright, so the bolt on this side is actually a number 12. So we have those 2 bolts out. Those brackets are loose. This manifold should be loose. We're going to try to get it out now. So I just lifted my manifold, slid it to the side. And there are your coil packs. 3 number 10s. You just unplug them and do that now. And that's the bracket right there. And one right there that the manifold attaches to that I was telling you guys about, or the bolts run through. Alright, so I covered up my intake holes with the rag. Sometimes these coil packs are a little hard to unplug. So if you remove that number 10 there, you can pull this whole harness up together as one. Alright, coil packs are out the way. If 5/8 spark plug socket. Now we're going to take those spark plugs out of the holes. Okay, so we have our old plugs out. Denzo's what came in the car, so we're going to put those in now. Alright, new spark plugs are installed. Coil packs are reinstalled. Number 10s are back in. Small number 10s back in. Just put your manifold back on. Make sure you take your rag out of there. Okay, so our manifold's back in. Lined up on the studs there. We're going to put that bracket back in, the number 14 from back there. Okay, we have the 14 on the passenger side tightened down, but not all the way. So now our bracket back here, in the back, like I showed you earlier. We're going to put our number 12 back in now. Alright, so we have both those brackets tightened on the back of the manifold. Now we're going to reinstall your electrical connectors. Put your number 10 in back there. And 2 here. And plug back in that harness. Let's do that now. Alright, so I've installed the 3 number 10s. 1 there, 2 there, 1 back there. I've also put the 2 number 10s back in this bracket in the rear. Before I plug back in this electrical connector, I still want some play here. So we're going to slide this pipe back in. Goes right in there. Alright, so I just slid my pipe into the area, but I left it loose so I can get to tighten my manifold bolts. So we're going to tighten those down now. All 5 bolts, 3 bolts, 2 nuts. So we have 5 12s and 1 number 10 in the center. So let's get those down now. Okay, we have all 6 bolts installed in the manifold. Now we're going to line up our pipe and put back in our 2 number 10s. Alright, pipes reinstalled. Number 10s are back in. Now we're going to come over to the driver's side. Reinstall this back into your manifold, and there's a number 10 that bolts into it. Number 10 right there. I'm going to put that in now. Alright, now you just reinstall your bracket over. Reinstall your throttle body. Put back in your duct and your cover. And that's the Hyundai Elantra V6 spark plug replacement. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, comment, hit that like button. See you next time.